up, everybody? Welcome back to my Bodybymac YouTube channel, all about fitness and life and food and healthy eating and healthy living. So today is a topic that I have been wanting to cover but didn't know if I should cover it. And basically I'm in the spotlight on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter and all my other social media accounts, except Facebook is my private account, and I like to just have family and friends on there because it's my one account that I can be more open. And I talked about this topic and there was so many people private message me and comment on it that I'm like, you know what, I really need to talk about this topic. So today's topic is about hormone balance. So when I started doing fitness competitions and really getting into the fitness world years and years and years ago, I followed a bunch of fitness inspirations, people who did bodybuilding competitions, fitness models, all these people. They covered the topic about how important it was to have your hormones balanced while you're going through a fitness journey. And so the first thing that I did was I looked up how to balance your hormones. And they say, take your vitamins, eat healthy, work out. And I do all three of those. Drink your water. Basically, that's what you need to do. And I do every single one of those. I've always done every single one of those. So I'm like, as long as I'm doing this and I'm going to start working out, I'll have balanced hormones. Life is good. If you don't know, I have 3 kids, a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 3-year-old. After I had the 3-year-old, I got my tubes tied and I have not been the same since then. I'm about 15 pounds more than I usually am, and I work out more, and I probably eat healthier right now in my life than I ever have. And I've known that something's wrong with me. So I retain a lot of water. I carry more fat than I ever have. I can't sleep at night. Sometimes I feel like I'm going crazy. Sometimes I feel like no matter how hard I train, I'm not gaining strength and gaining energy and getting in better shape. So basically when I really realized that I have hormone imbalance was, one, I stare at the ceiling until 6 o'clock in the morning every night. No matter how much melatonin, Benadryl, I've tried every sleep aid out there and I cannot sleep at night. I'm up all night. And so they say go to bed early, get 9 hours of sleep. That's one way to balance your hormones. I go to bed at 10 o'clock, I get the kids to bed and I go to bed and I am up all night. And it's super, super frustrating. And then it's exhausting because it's not like I can fall asleep and just sleep in all day. I wouldn't get business done. I have kids. I gotta take care of kids. You can't just sleep. So that was one huge thing. And then the weight gain. And then I started training for a show. And when you train for shows, you really get to know your body. And I had trainers working with me. I was training at the same time as some friends were training. And they were seeing results and I wasn't. My body stayed the same. I stay in shape and I stay working out and I stay healthy and I stay eating right, but I don't see results. I'm okay with the way I look right now, but I was trying to train for a bodybuilding competition, and even a trainer was like, scientifically, you should be losing weight. And I trained for 16 weeks and I lost 2 ounces. And women's bodies fluctuate, so technically I didn't even lose weight. And it was just weird. I was carrying cellulite, which is natural and normal on a woman, so don't watch this and think if I carry cellulite, something's wrong with me. No, but so to go through my day, I was running every morning and then I would walk every night, and in between there I would teach a cardio hit and I would weight train and do 30 extra minutes of cardio, whether it was a Stairmaster. I was doing intense training and intense dieting. I was even down to under 1,000 calories a day, and I do not support that and I do not like that, but I was just so determined during this time of prep to lose the weight. And nothing was working. And you hear all these people, calories in versus calories out. That's all you have to do to lose weight. And I was doing everything and it's my body wasn't responding. It wasn't losing weight. So I just kept canceling shows because I thought, I need to work harder. I need to work harder. After it was 16 or 18 weeks. It was half of a year. It was 6 months. And I usually only train for 3 months. It was 6 months that I trained, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna work my butt off and step on stage. That's what I'm gonna do. So I worked my butt off and I got to know a lot of people backstage, and I found out I was working out twice as much as they were, and they were all eating more than me, and I carried more fat than all of them. So basically, I didn't place in top 5, I didn't place in top 3, I didn't place how I wanted to. And to say I worked so hard, which it's like obvious that you have to work hard for OCB competitions and NPC competitions, bodybuilding competitions. Everyone works hard and everyone deserves first place, but not everyone can get first place, and that's fine. Like, it was fair placing. They looked better than me, and I just remember, like, every single day I woke up and I worked from morning to night just to try to burn the cellulite off and the fat off, and it wasn't coming off, and I wasn't sleeping at night, and it was just, I was doing all the vitamins and everything to balance my hormones. And I walked up to the judge, because after these bodybuilding competitions, you can go to the judge and you can say, like, what can I work on for the next competition? And he was like, you carry too much fat. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Your stage presence is good, your posing's great, but you carry too much fat. That's why you didn't place. And I walked away just feeling so sad and so defeated. I knew something was wrong with me. I had just kind of like settled for a second in my mind that this is the new normal. But what was weird is I wake up and, so my sister's a marathon runner, my mom was always a marathon runner, and I'm training for a half marathon in Disney World this January with my sister. And every day I get up and run, and my time is not getting faster and it's not getting easier. Like, does that make sense? I'm not building stamina. I'm not like getting in better shape. And then I hosted a race for my mom. It was a 5K, and I run all the time. And my friend's like, I have not ran over a mile in 5 years, but I'm gonna come do it. And I'm like, she's gonna die. And so I'm like, I'm trained. I've been like training for this. I run every single day. Some days I would go up to 10 miles. And she beat me at the race, and she wasn't dying, and I was dead at the end of the race. And I'm like, something has got to be wrong with me. And but then like people like laugh when I talk to them about it, because I feel like they think I'm just making up excuses. I went to my diabetic doctor. I told her, I said, because I've also been having blood sugar issues. So my body has completely become insulin resistant. Like, I've just had a lot of issues, and blood sugar issues and insulin issues has to do with hormone issues. So I told my doctor, I think that I'm having hormone problems. You need to do blood work on me. And I knew in my head, when that blood work comes back, a lot of things are going to be wrong with me. She did my blood work, and she called me and said, your blood work is fine, your thyroids are fine, so no need to do hormone blood work, but your cholesterol is high, so you definitely need to cut out salt, eat healthier, and work out more. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I eat healthier than any 24-year-old I know. There's no way my cholesterol is high. There's no way my cholesterol's, I mean, I was like, this is a joke. This is a joke. So that night I was just like, maybe this is a genetic thing. Maybe it has to do with my blood sugars running high. Like, I don't know, but I physically cannot work out more than I am, and I cannot eat healthier more than I am. Like, it's just not, I'm not going to take out calories, because I would just be starving myself at that point. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do one last resort, and I'm going to call a hormone therapist and pay to have the blood work done. So I literally set up an appointment 3 days later and went and had my blood work done again. So your blood work is not going to change within 3 days. I loved the nurses right off the bat. They told me like all the panels that they run. They basically do a full panel on your thyroid, a full panel on all your hormone system, your testosterone, your estrogen, your progesterone. I'm telling you, if you feel off, every woman needs to do this, especially if you've had kids, or especially if you live with an autoimmune disease anyways. You need to do this every 6 months to 1 year, because I put this off for 2 years because it was $300, and I hate getting my blood work done. Like, I hate it. They called me and they were like, your cholesterol is fine. Weird. Your testosterone is at a 17, and it's supposed to be 150 to 250, which is why you're doing all this work and all this healthy eating and your body is not burning fat and having trouble building muscle. Like, I know I'm muscly, but I have worked too hard to carry just this much muscle. Like, I feel like, and I wouldn't be saying this if I didn't have trainers and my bodybuilding competition friends saying, you should be ripped for the way you're working out. And so it just, when she said the testosterone thing, it all made sense. Like, that's a very, very low number. And that also explains why you're you know, getting up and running every day and you're not getting faster or better, or you're not just feeling like you're in better shape and you're always dying. Then they said your thyroid is very messed up too. So your T3 level is like extremely low and we need to get that up. So your testosterone and your thyroids are completely messed up. Everything else looked okay. I was shocked that I was that messed up. But I cannot tell you how good of a feeling it was to know, okay, I'm not going crazy. This isn't normal. And there's so much more than just the carrying more fat, not building muscle, it was like I felt tired. Unless my body was moving, I just felt tired. I wasn't sleeping at night. Like, there was so many other things that played along with it. Oh, and one other thing is, this is just, this is getting personal, but most of you are women who watch my YouTube channel, but this is something that like needs to be spoken about. And if you are having any of these issues, you need to go get your hormones tested. After I had bronchs and got my tubes tied, I lost my drive. And I am married, and so it was just super frustrating for me. And my husband didn't say a lot about it, but it was just frustrating. Like, for 3 solid years, I have had no drive, and I've wanted to have one because I'm married. It's normal. We all need to have that drive. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? And then I've talked to so many doctors about this, and they're all like, well, you've had kids. This is what happens when you age. Hello, I am only 24. And the first time I talked to it, I was done having kids by 21. So I started talking to a doctor about this at the age 21. And after bronchs, I had horrible postpartum depression for a solid year. And then still, I haven't gained my drive back. So I was kind of waiting. I've been waiting to gain it back. And I'm like, okay, it's been 3 years. And this is super frustrating on my marriage. And it can cause problems. I mean, that's the stuff you're supposed to do when you're married. So that was one thing. And when my levels came back, I started reading about testosterone. If you don't have testosterone, you are going to have no sex drive. It has nothing to do with where your marriage is, or being stressed, or owning a business, or having kids. So don't let anyone tell you that, because you should always have your drive. So anyways, I'm going to go get the pellets inserted in my hip tomorrow. Basically, they just insert some pellets with a needle inside of your hip, and they last for 3 months, and then you get your blood work checked again, and then you just kind of keep going. And I'm going to keep going with this for a few years. I'm really excited about it, but I really want to like keep you guys updated with this journey and how it goes. I'm like so excited to like get my life back and have the energy and work hard and see results, because that's what you should see, is see results. But I just felt like I needed to share this story because I feel like if you guys feel like you're off, go to a hormone therapist. Don't go to a doctor. Don't go to your OBGYN or whatever, your whoever you see for a disease you have or problems you have. And don't settle for you're fine, because I did that for 3 years and I'm kicking myself in the butt that I didn't just go to a hormone specialist. And if you are like working out and working really hard and feel like I'm not seeing the results that I should be seeing, go see a hormone therapist, because people just kept telling me to work harder and work harder and work harder. And then it got to a point where I was unhealthily working too hard, and like I felt like if I took a bite of bread, it was like the end of the world. Like it became unhealthy, and I don't promote that. I don't like that. I don't advise that. And you should never get to that point of exhaustion that I got with working out, just because you are so desperate to see results when the whole time your hormone system's off. So don't try to tackle on a fitness journey or a certain body without getting your hormones lined out first. And don't think that you're going to get them lined out by just eating healthy and working out and drinking your water, because that's what I did when I needed to go a step further and go see a hormone specialist. And if you go get your hormones checked and they're fine, that is great. Anyways, I just wanted to share this video. I feel like it's going to help you. And be sure to stay updated on this journey of mine, because I'm going to be updating you guys throughout the next 3 months on how this has helped me, because I'm gonna keep you guys updated on how this has helped me, or maybe negatives, pros, cons, all that good stuff. So love you, and I'll see you in the next video.